Have you ever enjoyed a hearty bowl of soup and just couldn't resist slurping? In many cultures, this sound might go unnoticed, but in Japan, making excessive noise while eating soup could actually land you in trouble. It's part of Japan's strict cultural codes around manners and respect, and while this might sound strange to outsiders, it has deep roots in Japanese society. Before we dive into this fascinating story, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel if you enjoy learning about strange and unique laws from around the world. We at Bizarre Regs have plenty more to share with you, so stick around. Now let's set the scene. Japan is a country with a rich history of respect for personal space and noise control in public. Japan's unique approach to public etiquette isn't new. In fact, for centuries, Japanese culture has emphasized the importance of respecting those around you, particularly in communal and public settings. One prominent cultural principle is known as wa, which essentially means harmony. Wa promotes the idea of peaceful coexistence, where individuals act in a manner that maintains social harmony. This extends even to the dining experience. In Japan, people are expected to be mindful of the sounds they make while eating in public or shared spaces, and this has resulted in some unique dining rules and, yes, even laws. So why soup slurping? Soup, especially noodles and broths like ramen or udon, is very popular in Japan, and eating it can sometimes lead to loud slurping sounds. Although slurping is generally accepted in casual dining settings, in certain formal dining spaces, excessive noise is frowned upon. And Japan has taken this respect for silence to a whole new level, with a few local ordinances that enforce quiet eating in places where noise control is prioritized. For example, in certain upscale or traditional dining establishments, making loud eating noises may actually breach noise control guidelines, especially if other patrons are disturbed by it. Interestingly, Japan's noise control laws are not all focused on food alone. Public spaces in general are regulated to maintain a low noise level. From quiet public transportation to rules against loud public phone conversations, Japan strives to create an environment where everyone can enjoy peace and tranquility. This brings us to the Tokyo Metropolitan Ordinance on the Control of Noise and Vibration. Enforced in Japan's capital, this ordinance regulates excessive noise in public, aiming to create a serene urban experience. Although the ordinance is typically applied to construction noise and industrial activities, it has also been referenced to manage loud eating noises in certain contexts, as some restaurants have opted to adopt these guidelines for a more serene dining experience. Let's look at a few interesting cases related to this. In 2019, a Tokyo restaurant introduced a quiet dining policy, discouraging patrons from making loud noises while eating. The restaurant owners cited the desire to create a relaxing and peaceful ambiance for diners, where excessive noise, including slurping, was discouraged. It wasn't a legally mandated rule, but it reflects a cultural trend that aligns with the broader noise control guidelines set by the government. Japan's emphasis on quiet dining isn't just about courtesy, it's part of the national identity. The Japanese concept of otodashi, or sound management, has even made its way into the country's technology. For instance, Japanese toilet companies famously developed the Sound Princess device, which plays a flushing sound to mask any noise a user might make in a public restroom. In a similar vein, the idea of managing eating sounds aims to reduce disruptions in shared environments. So, while you may not get fined specifically for slurping soup too loudly, Japan's noise control standards play a big role in promoting quieter eating habits, especially in public spaces. The cultural expectation is clear: respecting others' space and sound comfort is paramount. So if you're ever dining in Japan, particularly in a more formal setting, keep in mind that it's best to enjoy your soup with subtlety. But here's where it gets interesting. Noise regulations have had an unexpected impact on tourism. In recent years, some Japanese cities have developed noise etiquette campaigns to educate foreign tourists on these customs. For example, Kyoto launched an etiquette guide for visitors to help them understand local manners, including noise control tips while eating. The goal was to avoid cultural misunderstandings that can sometimes arise when foreign visitors aren't aware of Japan's standards of etiquette. To bring this to a close, Japan's approach to noise control, even in eating, is a fascinating glimpse into the country's emphasis on harmony and respect. It might seem strange to some of us, but it's a deeply ingrained part of Japanese culture. And who knows? With the rising global interest in mindfulness and etiquette, maybe we'll see more places adopt similar approaches. Let us know in the comments, would you be able to eat a bowl of noodles without slurping? Or is that half the fun for you? And if you're planning a trip to Japan, remember to bring along your quietest dining etiquette. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more unique insights into the world's quirkiest regulations. This is Bizarre Regs, where we explore the unexpected laws that make our world a little more interesting.